Okay then, good evening everyone. Hopefully the audio levels are good. Welcome to what they're dubbing the most self-indulgent stream of all time, maybe. I'm going to be playing one of my favourite fan games. I nearly caught myself saying one of my favourite games. No, I've not played this game for like 10 years now. So no idea how it still holds up in the rankings, that sort of thing. That's what I'm attempting to find out tonight. But we're here live with Sonic After the Sequel, an absolute banger from, I say yesteryear. It's yesteryear for me, and that's what made it a good candidate for tonight, because this is my little pre-birthday celebration here. Ahead of tomorrow, I was like, oh, I'll get a stream in. It's been ages. Let's have some fun with it or whatever, since I'm too busy tomorrow. So that's exactly what I'm doing. Got a bit of Sonic After the Sequel, like I said. This game's a bit notorious for not running very well on modern hardware, so it's got like 5 source ports at this point. This is the original. I've gone through and sorted all the things that break with it on modern hardware. Just because I prefer this version, I played through the official re-release DX once, and I didn't really like it all that much, so therefore I rolled back to this. I don't really like any of the current versions that exist either. Not too fond of those, so we're just back here on the original. There's all sorts of stuff you got to do. Like, you got to put it into Windows 7 compatibility mode. You have to download a Flash player, which, like, when was the last time you had a Flash player on your computer? Probably about Windows 7. So I had to do that and then configure it to work with the game, but it's all good. So we can watch the cutscenes, we can do everything, hopefully, from all my testing. Had to get Steam input working, because JoyToKey doesn't work with the controller I'm using tonight anymore. That's really cool, so it's been a bit of an uphill battle to get this working, but hopefully it's all worth it, because I used to really love this game back when it first came out, and for a few years after, but I really just haven't touched it since probably around when Sonic Mania came out, to be honest. That would have been the last time I really went back and played this. Or to put it in a different perspective, when Spark the Electric Jester 1 came out, was probably the last time I ran through it. So, long old time. Let's see if it holds the test of time. No fanboys get pissed off screen. I'm sad. But it's fine. I think. So here you go. You'd either have to turn this off or this would be a game crash. You can kind of tell from the way the sprites are shimmering and scaling and stuff. This is a flash cutscene. Through and through. So if I get any viruses as a result of this playthrough, please remember me. And ignore the crypto scamming that goes on my channels. Cool. Very short little sweet intro cutscene. Don't have to pay too much attention or anything like that. Let's get in. I did have an issue earlier with my controller where when I disconnected it, it just refused to play ball with Steam input again. Also, my USB-C cable broke, so I'd normally use a PS5 pad. Using a PS3 one because it was the only cable I had lying around at the moment. Every time I unplug this or it gets knocked or anything like that, it turns on the PS3 and messes with the input, so it's great. It's fine here. No, that happened once during testing, and I think it was just having a moment. TM, maybe, so hopefully it shouldn't be too bad here. Anyway, we've got game start, special mode, options, level select. Special mode you unlock from getting like one of the collectibles in the main stage, I think. Yeah, here you go, you get like boss rush, debug mode, etc. I don't think I've ever unlocked all these legitimately. I think I did a playthrough many years ago on the stream. Long gone. This was before I backed up anything. Where I did actually attempt to go through and get all the special levels, but I don't think I ever finished it. I think I got a certain way through, went like, I'll come back tomorrow, and then didn't. So this is very much just a completed save file. That'd be a job for another day to actually see all the special levels, I guess. But this is just going to be a standard old playthrough, and by that I mean story mode, because you get classic modes where you can do the Chaos Emeralds and stuff just like before the sequel, but I've never actually done that either, so same deal, that could be a fun incentive one day. But I've only ever done story mode because no special stages, you just run through the game, it's nice and easy. Yeah, I can't think of much else to fill out with here, so let's go. I forgot it just drops you right in. Good old classic Sonic, just play the game, I guess. Instinctively went to drop dash there. That's one of the features that after the sequel DX added in, which was the last one I played. So I went, oh, of course. In the 10 years, drop dash has become like so prominent. But nope, not this game. So the main reason just for sticking with the original version is it's just so much less buggy, which feels ironic given all the things I said about all the stuff I had to install, but like, there's just so much stuff that went wrong when rebuilding from source with that DX version, to where I had like so many weird like physics glitches and quirks and crashes and things that I just never had when I was playing this all those years ago, and all the various times I have played this years now. I just realised that spin dash noise is getting really loud. I should put some sort of audio gate on whenever I play these games, but I have not done that. We'll see how bad that gets. The answer is very bad very quickly, but I will. I still remember some of this level design. Like, it's amazing how well some of it's stuck in my head. Considering, especially because so much of it is so similar to before the sequel as well, which admittedly the only game I finished once. You could argue maybe that should have been a better candidate, considering I've played this game front to cover, back and forth, like, forever now, but I don't know, I never really liked that game anywhere near as much as this one. This one felt like a nice evolution of everything that one did wrong in my eyes. Just, okay, let's fix it up and make it a bit better, and after the sequel, literally the perfect sequel, as it should be. That one I've had happen before, though. That one's iconic. Yeah, considering like all my playtime with Chrono Adventure and all the sequel aftermath, just somehow this one just slipped by the cracks for me. I was way more invested in those Metroidvania-styled ones than coming back to this one as just a pure classic Sonic-styled one. Main reason being, I think I tried to learn this as a speedrun a number of times, like during that time period, and I'm just not. I mean, I'm not a great speedrunner. Like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat that one, to be honest with you. But also, just that this style of game is not one I have strengths at, like optimizing movement, going fast, that sort of thing. It's like finding the big things or implementing the big things, that I think is more my strength. So every time I tried to learn this, it was like, you've got to learn the micro movements, and like, here's the backups for all the like pathways and things you have in a classic Sonic game. I was just like, this is not my skill set. I think I learned a few levels and then was like, oh god, like I'd have the worst time on the board by far if I ever did go through with learning this. So I think very quickly it became like, nah, I'm just gonna leave this. So because of that, it just fell out of rotation, while those guys fell a bit more into rotation, so to say. Do you think there's any transferable skill? A little, not that much though. I mean, this is, like I said, way more styled as like a traditional Sonic 1, 2, 3 kind of thing, so it's really... it's really somewhat of a different ballpark. I mean, the level design can still be a bit stop-starty at times, which is a trope I think shared with those games as well, but it's something I can't quite describe. I'm not necessarily the best at the nitty-gritty, that sort of thing. There's something I can't quite describe that just feels different about how these guys play. Not in engine, but just like in basic level structure and things like that. Talking over this band, by the way, I always go back and forth on whether this one or another song a bit later in the game is my favourite, but this one's really good. Also, I love the high bounces you can get with the spike shield, it's great. No, like, for real, love this game. Already enjoying coming back to it a lot. I am a little bit fearful as to, like, putting it through the modern lens. We've had a lot of examples of both good and bad, like, classic Sonic levels in this time. Like, we've had, obviously, Mania is the big one that this drew comparisons to, the second Mania released. You've got even stuff like Forces and Superstars is like examples of sometimes both how to and how not to do these sorts of levels, I think. In my case anyway, like, I like some of the stuff Superstars does, but I also don't in places, and likewise, Forces is mostly a dislike of what they do there, but every now and then there's like a good idea in the classic levels, I guess. But like, we got that, we got so many fan games, so many hacks that were finished. Like, back when this was first getting started, or these games were first getting released, they were really very few of the finished classic Sonic fan projects out there. So like, there wasn't much of a candle to hold them to except like short one-level tech demos, or like Sonic Mega Mix is the other one people always go to, right? So yeah, it's a little tough there for him in places to have a point of comparison, at least back in the day, but now we have so many. You kind of feel like, oh god, what if this doesn't hold up compared to what I remember of it? But I mean, it's already bringing me a smirk, so I can't be too mad. I think I said this last time I streamed back in June, because this is the bi-monthly stream after all. Bi-monthly being once every 2 months, not twice a month. More like it probably should be. But I brought this up back then, but Twitch chat's changed, and now it has the scrolling carousel thing at the top that's like, here's who's cheered, here's who's gifted. That's so distracting. I always think that like someone sent a chat message, or it's reconnecting and timing out or whatever. Every single time it does it, which is like once every 2 minutes or so. Ultra distracting. I wish you could turn it off. I know what the answer to turning it off is. It's just using a different chat client while I'm streaming, which is probably not a half bad idea now that I'm thinking about it. Like, just have a chatty auto open or whatever. Which reminds me, that's a good thing, because nice little segue. I have updated the on-screen chat. The version of Slime 2, the widget I was using, got some sort of security breach, and they shut down the ability to make new keys with it. I think I was fine from what I could tell. But because of that, I couldn't keep using it, so I had to switch to a very new version of Slime 2, which is now a desktop program, so I had to redo all my style and all my settings from scratch, some of which were like deprecated, so I couldn't even use some of the settings I used to have, so might be some differences. Also means I finally got alerts set back up again for the first time in goodness knows how many years since I stopped using like, Streamlabs and Stream Elements and all those, so all being good. It should be a bit more flash, but there might be some issues here and there with stream chat if anyone notices them. I did fix one last minute where names weren't showing up correctly, and there was another one I caught yesterday where some emotes and messages were being cut off and stuff. So on the off chance that does happen, I can run a quick fix in the background, but what I'm saying is it should be way better. There's a chance it isn't. Be patient with me or something. I'm trying my best. That's fine. There we go. Zone 1 complete. Bangers all round. Amazing OST. I'll probably bring this up later in the stream as well, because the OST just keeps getting better from here. It's no wonder that everyone involved in making this game went on to have like pretty decent career. Oh, the soundtrack side. No wonder all the soundtrack people basically went on to have really decent careers in the industry after this. Like, what a great first stepping stone. Yeah, I got nothing but love for this game really at the moment, so hoping that stays the same as we go on throughout the stream. Will it? I'm not sure. Anyway, this is not Tailsdale. I don't know why it's not Tailsdale. It feels like it would, given the fan game status, feel a bit more appropriate, but it's borderline semi-Tailsdale, I guess. Close enough. I feel like you can hit Eggman here somehow. I moved out of the way, so maybe not. I thought there was some sort of way. Let's sped this up slightly or something. Yeah, there we go. He does still move out the way, but if I can get the hit on him, then it needs to do something or the other. I will say, it's so weird seeing this default Sonic Worlds HUD again. Oh, tune. Yeah, it's so weird seeing it, because so many fan games just use this by default nowadays, because this game's effectively what a standard 4 Sonic Worlds became in terms of like the preset engine defaults and everything, so little odd seeing this in its original environment, TBH, again, after all these years. The lyrics only exist on the soundtrack version, or they just take a while to kick in. I guess only on the soundtrack version. Interesting. Didn't realise that. Or unless they were just on the right channel. I think I mixed the stream down to mono, so if you heard it on both channels, it just sounds like I'm insane. I've only got one headphone in, so it might be a weird stereo panning thing. Pre-birthday L, indeed. Welcome King, hope you're doing good. The Fortnite character. There was 2 Fortnite characters there, I have, you know, Eggman was there too. I'm sure soon Tails will show up. Oh boy, here we go. I don't remember how any of these go, because every time I played this game recently, they've all just crashed, so I've not seen any of them for so long. It feels nostalgic in a way. Piloting a PC mouse, pretty much. Bang on the money, I'd say. Oh, what a song. Absolute unit of a song, some could say. This stage feels great to play as well. I remember this being like mostly pure speed. Weird mix there. What would you call it? Weird loop. There we go. That's the one. The loop there just started so late. These mini springs as well. Got them filling in a job form for the site to crash. I feel like I've had that happen before. And it's one of the most infuriating things. They're like, no, you have to fill it in an R system. You can't just upload the Word document that you already have. You've got to manually type it all in. And the reason for that was presumably to make it easier to filter through people they don't want. Nowadays, they just run it all through AI. And anyway, it doesn't really matter, I guess. But back then I was not in a rush to redo those. I jumped and wait. 4,000 character building. Yeah, give it a rest at that point. I'm not redoing that. I don't know about you. Okay. I'm gonna get this water now. Not nice. Semi-nice. It's amazing how much of this is coming back to me, like just these random little chunks of level where I'm like, oh yeah, I remember how to maneuver around this. It just shows you how much I did play this back in the day. We're not quite at levels of like, I know exactly where to go, like let's say a Chrono Adventure for example, but like, it's just little like splotches of memory every now and then that come back of like, oh yeah, like I remember like this period of time when I was playing this or whatever, or like all these various little playthroughs I've done. That thing I was talking about earlier with the changing carousel distracts me again. Good old Sugar Splash or Cocaine Coast or one of the various other names it went by in development. I think Sugar Splash is the final one, right? I sometimes forget. I think bubbles are quite quick in this game, or are they random like Sonic 1? This feels random, to answer my question. Please. Oh no, you're kidding me. Amazing. That happens in all of these games when you get the bubble after you die. The game just doesn't quite know what to do, and instead it's the death flame that kills you, because you've effectively undone the death state, but can't really do anything about it because you've lost control. But it's still amusing to me, all these times later, having played all these games through now. So many times, that is. I just one of those weird Sonic Worlds quirks that all of them are so full of. Even playing stuff like Fallen Star and being able to run on the wall and things, I'm just like, ah yes. Feels oddly nostalgic in a way. Oh right, PL-Out doesn't work underwater for a reason. Why is that still playing? I just realised. Come on. Thank you. The drums there give life. So good. Please. Thank you. Am I going backwards? I'm going left in the Sonic game. I don't like this. My brain immediately goes, no, this must be wrong. Also, why did I not lose my shield though? Is it because I'm underwater and it just overwrote somehow? Oh right, I can't even grab these while I'm underwater. This is definitely backwards, right? It's gotta be. I refuse to believe. Other than that, how have I been? I've been good, I think. Not been too shabby, all things considered. Like, it's been a pretty chill few weeks for the most part. In terms of stuff coming up, I haven't really had much in the pipeline for a while, so I haven't had anything I felt like streaming or anything like that. About a month till I head down, I know. Creeping up fast for sure. Is it this way? I mean, obviously I know I went this way, but can I go right here and that still works? No, like oh wait, no, this rings a bell. This is the right way. Yes, there we go. I just did not register in my brain at all. Also, this was something I was looking at earlier, the on-screen chat. I set it to light mode because dark names just would not show properly if people had like a pure black username and thing. But that just looks really cursed, seeing how light that orange is. Like, it's not right for the colour I can see on my other chat screen at all, it just feels weird to me. This track as well. This is gonna happen. The entire game, by the way, I'm just gonna go, oh man, this one's a good one, this one's a good one. It's just continuous. They just cooked with everything they had. Put it all into this soundtrack. It's insane. Carbon Wait? I completely forgot we said about that. That's actually gonna be pretty chill. Great. Sonic and good soundtracks hand in hand. Exactly. I thought you only did 4. Sorry, I thought you only did 3 shots, not 4. That's what I tried to say. Well, first death. I'm sure it will continue. Yeah, Sonic and good soundtracks go hand in hand, apart from like various recent examples. No, I think stuff like Superstars has some good stuff in it, and I think a lot of people have grown on Crossworlds, myself included. Like the more I play it, the more I grow on it. Superstars I think has some good stuff. Very inconsistent, but to say that it's all bad is throwing a lot away. But yeah, certainly recently we've been a little out of that. Also, I don't know what you mean about Forces. Forces soundtrack's one of my favourites. leave it out of this conversation. There's bad stuff on there, but I'd say it's mostly all good. I know you're scarred by like one song, but come on man. Also, Miles Ahead, so you got that reference. It's the guy from Fortnite. No. Yes. Speaking of Mike, oh god, what now? Positive news for a change? No, it can't be, can it? No, but not horrendously surprised. Been burning a lot of goodwill for a number of years now, so it's a little amusing. We get out of the water now, I'm kind of fed up with it. I'm trying to think if there's any other water zones in this game, but I think this is the obligatory water zone, so we might be good after this. Standard stuff for Eggman. Eggman would have an empty paperlock on, I feel like. That's pretty in character behaviour. Momentum lock when I spin dashed against that wall. I love that it still exists in this game. That's meant to be all about speed. It's beautiful. Please. Eggman would have standards. Not by much more. While eating the Subway. Subway Eat Fresh. Good old Unleashed. We out of here yet? No, still a little more to go. I'm trying to think, is the next... I don't think the next stage is too heavy on the wood to gimmicks. See, it's interesting that apparently I was... So how was I in a position to kill it but also take damage? Like, that feels like that shouldn't... That shouldn't work. No King, it wasn't. Everyone just turned it into one because it was... It's like that, it's like the Yakuza bread. the incredible Yakuza bread. The sandwich was so detailed that they were like, there's no way. Like, surely this has got to be a Subway commercial, right? The amount of detail they put into this. Yeah, it's not. It's just a really good sandwich. The prison bread is incredible. It's no wonder it became as beloved as it did. What a scene. Please. Nope. Fine. Momentum! Yeah, I forgot about the Subway Uncharted stuff. God, that was a throwback. I saw Primus yesterday in other news. Interesting. And Joji on Sunday. I heard about Joji, in that I was told all about it, not by yourself. But how did it go? I mean, how did Primus go by that logic as well? How was the visit? We're free. Okay. Not the best stage so far, but hey, you need the slow ones to really enjoy the long one. To really enjoy the fast ones, I guess. Now this song, I think about a lot. And this one slaps. Welcome, Earth. Hope you're doing good. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I hope you've been good the last 2 months or so, I think it's been at this point. I've been very absent from a lot of things, on purpose. That is, like, just generally need to step away from things, so a lot of people I need to do a lot of catching up with at some point when all the dust is settled and all that. On the way back, we found a chip shop that ran out of chips. That feels counterintuitive to the business, I can't lie, but okay. Especially, like, don't most of those places just, like, go to the cash and carry, or even just, like, Asda's or whatever to restock on chips anyway? Like, if it's, like, the middle of the day, or I don't know when this was, but, like, just walk down the road and buy some more. It feels counterintuitive to your business to not sell the thing it has on the door. It was called the Chip Shop. Amazing. Well, with a name like that, surely. Yeah, it's just the shop now, exactly. Surely you gotta keep them stocked. But apparently not. Absolute unit. Oh, this track feels so good. Once again, ticking it off, we've said it again about another song. I just got bored of waiting there. The national chips shortage. Everywhere's out, mate. Not a single potato growing right now. It's rough out there. I mean, I know we're on a water shortage, but like, come on. Surely just import your potatoes at that point. Plenty of pink guy suits. Oh, of course, people can never let go of the past. So anyway, guys, playing a 13-year-old fan game right now. God, that was a little bit of psychic damage to say out loud, but it's fine. Not bad. I'm not a serial complainer about that sort of thing like most people. Oh yeah, for sure a wide demographic on that concert as well. You raise a good point. There's gonna be like so many people from so many backgrounds or something like that. It's insane. Yeah, good to hear the good time. Momentum block. So, if you see me complain about that, it's because I've spin dashed, and then when I go into a wall, you'll notice I'm not moving. That's a weird quirk of the Sonic World engine. That happens a lot. And I complain about it a lot. It only happens when you spin dash specifically. Peel out avoids it, but the reason I'm avoiding peel outing is because peel out actually doesn't really work in the water. Just don't get any speed off it. Once again, not a good bug. So half the time you'll just see me spin dash out of instinct, and that means I just hit the wall out of instinct. All good over there, buddy? That's a nice zero gravity sound. So this is the only zone in the game, to my knowledge, that doesn't have a boss fight. There is, well, we're going to see at the end of the game, there is concept art and things for a boss fight. Actually, I think that's in before the sequel Aftermath, now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe there's some in this game too. But yeah, there was concepts for one, but it was scrapped, just for not being fun. With the various source ports that have been in this game over the years, there have been some that have reintroduced boss fights. I can see why they were scrapped, because they honestly aren't that interesting as a concept, or they're just brutally difficult in the case of, I think, after the sequel Omega, I remember just being really hard. I mean, that game was hard in general, it made all the bosses longer and take more damage and things, but, like, especially that, I remember being, that one boss, I just, it took me forever to beat. Now, this was the zone I messed about with in testing, because I had that level select, so I just came over to here. There's a very good reason for coming over to this zone that you'll probably see in a few acts' time. I never actually got to it, so ironically the point of the test was completely null and void. But because of that, I can go, oh my goodness, the song. This one, specifically the 16-bit remix of this song, I used to use as an intro song, like, for the channel itself, I guess, for the Twitch channel, for the longest time, like, for a good few years, before I switched to something else, and then just eventually just started cold opening the stream, so I just can't be bothered to wait like 5 minutes after pressing start to actually say something half the time. I know people would take like 10 minutes to funnel in anyway, so I guess you could argue I should put on music or something like that, but I didn't, to be honest with you. But yeah, this was one that was a channel anthem for a little bit. The 16-bit version more so than this one, which plays in the bonus stage, I believe. I was trying to think if it was a soundtrack exclusive or not, but no, I think it gets delegated to the bonus stage song that you get for finding... There's like some rings scattered around the stage, not like the standard Sonic rings, they're not based on anything else. Think of it more like a red ring or something, I guess. There's like a red ring per stage, and once you get that, you get the bonus act. I've not seen any of them yet. I don't know where any of them are off the top of my head, nor if we'll just necessarily run into them easily enough or not. But I'll point it out if we do. But anyway, each one of those grants you a bonus stage. That's just a neat little extra thing. But say like the Horizon Heights one, the first zone, takes place in the winter. For example, stuff like that. Yeah, they're all interesting, just never gone out of my way to unlock them properly. Interesting out there question, have I ever tried Jazz Jackrabbit 2? I have not, and I mean to get to it for what I presume might be the reason you brought it up. Is it the plus thing that they were talking about the other day? There's one option that it's that, and the other option is that you're talking about Fortnite, and I suspect it's the first one. But no, anyway, it could also just be an outlet question, so I'll humour it. I haven't, but I will at some point. I do thoroughly mean to. I was thinking about it just the other day, actually. Perhaps when I get a bit of money, I'll get on that. Because currently I have absolutely nothing to my name whatsoever, but there's a few things I want to pick up on Steam and GOG and the like, so probably might end up being one of them. I messed up the end of screen transition there, so I'm just going to stand on the end of the stage. Oh, actually it was neither, though I'm aware of how they masked my boy in Fortnite. I mean, it's a sprite. The sprites have like a very specific art style. It's not meant to directly be Jazz Jackrabbit as much as it's meant to be like a take on Jazz, I guess. And yeah, the plus thing, for those of you who don't know, I believe they released a semi-official patch on GOG. This is the power-up, by the way. Because it uses a different button, I had to test that this worked on my controller, but I never actually bothered getting here. Very much the inspiration for Spark the Electric Jester, in case you were curious, if it wasn't obvious enough. But yeah, we got this little gimmick going on, I think exclusively in this stage, basically, and maybe the final stage uses a variant of it? I can't remember. Yes, it is on GOG now, and sorry, I got interrupted by the gimmick of the stage. It's on GOG, and one of the big reasons I bring that up is because one of the community patches actually got released through GOG as a semi-official thing. Don't get me wrong, Epic's put none of their name on it, because of course it doesn't make any money, so why would they ever bother doing that? I've never seen that. That's a new one, TBH. I don't know what the nearest power-up point is. Yeah, Epic had nothing to do with it basically, but the fan patch got added to GOG at some point. I think it's called like Jazz Jackrabbit Plus, something like that, which was another big incentive because that happened only like 2 weeks ago. So a little curious to see what that adds and changes. Like I'm sure it adds a bunch of stuff to make it a bit more nice on modern hardware, although maybe the community site you were mentioning already did that. I don't particularly know, to be completely honest with you, because it's not something I'm all too familiar with. But it's the fun of that sort of thing, is I can get familiar with it, and I do intend to. It seems like it'd be fun. So one day, watch this space or something like that. Can we actually keep this time? I say nearly barreling right into that guy. So the play is probably charging it up and then just moving slowly to keep it on screen rather than having to fire it repeatedly, but I mean, he wants to go slow. I've been using Jazz Rabbit 2 Plus for bonus level packs for years, using my old CD version of the game I've had since I was like 12. That's really cool. Like, I guessed it was compatible with CD versions, but you see so many of these like community patches for games and things that are like, just install the no CD crack or whatever, or just install it from this random place. So it's like, oh, it's actually kind of fun to see that it maintains compatibility with like original discs and stuff. That's really cool. So we are absolutely back to having boss fights here, by the way. We do, as far as I know, on the other hand, very thoroughly stick to the 3-act zone rule, which makes this effectively, like, in terms of comparing it to other like classic Sonic Band games and classic Sonic games in general, on the longer side for sure, because the only one that really comes close, I guess, is Sonic 1 with its 3 acts as well, but the difference is it bundles in a short boss fight at the end of each act, whereas this is, oh sorry, at the end of Act 3, whereas this is very much not that. This is what is it? This is 3 acts and then a separate boss act, and the bosses tend to be pretty long, so it definitely can feel like a bit of a longer game at times. I've done a few playthroughs of this where I felt like it dragged on a little bit. I honestly don't know how long this is going to take. I theorize like 2 hours, but I know how far through I am. I'm thinking that might be a little generous. We'll have to see on that one. I honestly don't know for definite. I've done some of these where I'm like, it's gonna be really quick, and it legitimately is, and then I've done some where it's like, it's gonna be really quick, and I feel like it's mentally taken forever almost. I couldn't give you any like exact time statistics. To be fair, I kind of figured out how to play without the CD before I hit the internet. You can just copy it to a hard drive, copy the exe from the demo, and ta-da. That's really cool. I mean, like, people figure that stuff out really quick. This thing goes back in the day, like, that's not just a new thing, but it's still really cool. Seeing that kind of like homemade crack back in the day, I guess. Am I ready for the new Fortnite season? I guess. Like, despite bringing up distaste for Fortnite earlier or whatever. No, I'm pretty excited. I like hopping in every now and then. I'm not on Fnatic like a lot of friends I know have become, certainly. King's gonna think I'm talking about one person, but there's actually multiple people I know who've been sucked into the Fortnite abyss and never came back. I'm not one of them. I play like once a month or something. If I do hop in any other time, it's like festival or like festival being Rock Band mode or anything like that. Basically, I would have said Rocket Racing, but I never actually played it, and I'm a little late to the party for beginning to play it, considering they're about to cut it. But I don't know. I have my fun with it every now and then, but I'm not fanatical. But I'm kind of excited about having more skins I care about, I can't lie. I mean, that Joker skin kind of goes crazy, same with the Sora one, and even if I don't use the Sora one that often, that Kingdom Key Keyblade, I can't think what it's called, Extraction Tool is gonna, like, just stay on permanently, effectively. Like, that's a really cool one. Just going into the rotation. No Nintendo because they hate fun. Not just Nintendo, no PlayStation because PlayStation hate fun. Let's not forget that either. The Sonic skins are weird, but they did at least confirm today that you can turn off the metallic parts, so you can just treat them as lanky Sonic, which is probably what I'll do. Sonic on Battle Pass, that's fine by me, because it means I'll just get it instantly, effectively. I don't know, like... I'm for the most part pretty excited for it, I guess. Like, I'm not gonna be day in, day out, but it's an excuse to play the game with friends and things, and like, at the end of the day, I don't play many games with friends at the moment, as people will know, so it's actually nice to kind of have a thing to force myself to sit and chip away at with people. Yes, Tails is also in there, but Sonic's the only playable one. I don't think we've had it confirmed where Tails is yet. I'm sure it'll be quite grindy, but it's fine. I planned on getting to level 100 anyway, which is all that fun in my experience, but I already knew I was going to do it to begin with, even before the Sonic stuff was confirmed, I guess. Is this the... I'm guessing from the cutscene, this is the... Is this the flying shooter boss fight, or is this a different one? Or is this even a boss fight? I thought this did have one, but I'm now doubting it for how long this cutscene's going on. Oh, yes, it is, okay. I thought it was a bit later in the game, but I guess not. Misremembering, clearly. Oh, I forgot how epic this is. Like, this is a big boy feeling boss fight, you know? Can I... Okay, this is just a Sky Chase auto-scroller. I thought for some reason it had, like, shooting mechanics or something. Maybe it still does, and I'm just not there yet, but I'm spamming the X button, which is what, like, actions tend to be on, and nothing's happening. I say X button, I mean X key on the keyboard, and what I have that mapped to on my controller, because this game has controller support. It's kind of sucky, to be honest. That's more of a issue with the engine it's running on rather than the game itself. Click Team just didn't really have good controller support at this time, so as a result it maps itself to Xbox controllers only, which is fine. That's what my PS3 controller right now is emulating itself to, but no D-pad. The face buttons are mapped wrong from memory. I don't even know if it maps the X button. I can't remember if it can, but I seem to remember X on the Xbox controller being the confirm button, for example, which is just kind of wrong. And like various little things like that. I used it when I very first played the game because I didn't know any better, but every time I've ever played it since, like, you just whack open Joy to Key or Steam Input or whatever and do it that way. Which is how I have it mapped here. This is Steam Input, and it's working quite nice. For me at least. I don't know what this guy does. Does he just stand there? Like, surely he does something a bit more than this. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for him to go with Spunky. And like that, because I didn't actually get a hit in that time. Oh. You're kidding. I'm pretty sure that was momentum lock. I wasn't really looking at the screen, but I swear I was holding left, and I just proceeded to not go left. That's kind of epic, TBH. I really don't know what happened though. I don't have. Do I have it enabled? I don't want to be one of those people. It's like a sucky Gen AI feature or whatever. But let's throw it in there. Twitch, clip that. Let's see what happens. Better go do my job as a moderator, best of luck. No worries, I did figure it was Tuesday night after all, so assumed you'd have to be off, but best of luck to you all. Have a good evening, and yeah, speak to you soon. I mean, maybe I'll still be going by then, I doubt it. But there's a chance I'll still be going after the usual LMC stream. We never know. I'm trying to think how many zones this game has. I want to say like 8 or 9, and this is the 3rd one we've done here, so might not be making the world's worst progress, I say, at 45 minutes in. We'll see. Gotta go to bed after 10. Oh, of course, yes. Never mind. In that case, have a lovely evening, and speak to you soon. It's incredible, isn't it? The last 2 times I've streamed have been Yet again, the Lake Rapid Sonic fan games. It kind of just happened accidentally, I swear. I just realised, because I was thinking about last time, I was like, oh yeah, that was Chrono Adventure, wasn't it? Admittedly, it was a demo for, you know, someone's new interpretation of that game, but still. Point still stands. Yeah, this is a pathetically easy boss fight as well, so it's really annoying that I let myself die like that. There we go, see? Like, it's probably on the last hit as well. I feel like I got quite a few in, which makes that even more painful than it possibly could have already been. TBH. Which is interesting, because it was already pretty painful. But whatever. Oh right, I forgot to actually send any of these round. I wrote a bunch of pings for various servers and then proceeded to not actually write them in. Oh, not pings, but like plugs for various servers. I don't do that very often, so I was like, well, let's do it today then. But proceeded to not actually send them anywhere, so let's do that now. God, he's on top of it. Professional streamer right here. Let me mute all my tabs on. I just realized in case I used to have like a couple random background things open. I don't want to accidentally start blaring some random stream if someone raids or something, because I have a few like mod tabs open and things. I just leave open instinctively anyway. Oh my god, this song's good. I've not thought about this one for a while, but this absolutely slaps. Every now and then, actually, I say I've not thought about it for a while, but every now and then this one does get caught in my head, because I think it's in Chrono Adventure, but it's one of those stages you don't spend long in. Is it? Or have I made that up? I don't remember. Hey, here's Mikey. There's a few cool little cameos like that in these games. There's one of Lilac in the snow level, and I don't remember how to trigger it, but it's really fun. A very, very early Lilac. This game's actually on the same engine as well, so back when it was fully full Sonic Fan Game on the Sonic Fan Game engine. I think they moved to a new one for Freedom Planet 2, but like all the way back then, it was in the same Sonic Fan Game events and things, so that was a really nice little touch back then. We'll see if we can see that one, but I don't remember where it is, like I said, aside from the level itself it's in. But there's a few like that actually in the stage, I believe. This is the delegated, hey, this is the crossover level. Not crossover, like this has a few cameos in it basically. Throughout, I believe, so see a few more. And same way you got like Mirage Saloon in Sonic Mania, effectively still the same slot, I guess. I was really worried I didn't have the momentum to get up that hill. I was gonna have to do it all over again. No. Cool. Oh, ridiculously good. So catchy. Please go in. Okay, I didn't even need to use the gimmick to do the huge bounce there. Good lord. That was just all on spring. Oh, all on the spike shield, sorry. This shield's so much fun for that reason. You can just do some stupid stuff with it. I feel like if I ever learned to speedrun this game, or if I ever looked more into like the tech behind this game and things, well, that's the part I find more fun personally. I feel like the spike shield would be the first thing I look into, because I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to think. I don't think this made it into Chrono Adventure, but this might just be one of these areas of like forgetfulness for me. Maybe it did and I'm just forgetting it, but if it did, it was never this broken. But I'm pretty sure it didn't, so one of those things that would just be really cool to mess with, because I feel like it has so much potential. It's probably already been explored, but still. Right, give me a sec here. Okay. A weird start to the loop there again, but fine. Actually going inside the tree as well. Nice, nice. getting a bit stupid with these cycles. I should just wait a little bit. But nope, can't bring myself to do that. Waiting in my Sonic game, it's less likely, I think, actually. I'm just not doing it. Hey, Mighty. Sorry, Mighty. Did bonk you there a little bit. Nice. It still feels so satisfying to do that with that version of, with that gimmick there rather than the spike shield as well. Like, bouncing on enemies just never doesn't feel satisfying, you know? Like one of those evergreen mechanics when you can do it in a classic Sonic game, it just feels good. There's like some others that aren't coming to mind right now, but this would have been the perfect place to insert like a list of those sort of things, you know, like things you do in classic Sonic that just hit the brain right, you know. Like there's so many of them, and yet they're just clearly in this moment not hitting the brain. And that's what I feel like they should be doing, but alas, they do not be working like that today. Okay, we're back out, we're back out. Feeling a bit Planet Wispy as well. Back in. W-comps. I don't really know what else to say, to be honest. Like, I feel like I should take some time probably to catch up on various things, because it's been a while, hasn't it? What was it, like June? I mean, it was June 23rd, wasn't it? That's when the Chrono Adventure demo came out. Or was it June 24th? I don't actually recall 100%, but I think I've been up to that much. Like, gaming-wise, basically continued marathoning Kingdom Hearts, that's about it. Like, I've not massively... Sorry, got the mic. Not massively played anything that's worth, like, continuing to talk about on here, I guess. Pretty standard. Like, there's been no, like, new releases or anything I'm keeping on top of. It's like, oh my god, I gotta talk about this, like I used to on the radio show, or, like, between times on here or whatever. Like, it's been chill. It's been nice. I've definitely still needed the break, I'd say. Like, I'm not ready to really do anything regularly still. Like, I've just kind of accepted that at this point. Like, that... I guess that spark's gone a little bit. Well, I guess from my day-to-day life, effectively, is how I word it. That feels about right to say, because I used to just get up and go like, oh, right, I've got this to do today, and be ready and be motivated for it, and all this stuff. And then just kind of lost it. I wouldn't say overnight, like, definitely it was gradually, but, like, the final push just kind of happens at some point. You just force yourself into a position and you're like, well, yes, it's for the best, effectively. Like, not been feeling too good for a while or whatever, so I've been taking it nice and chill. But, like, even just random little things like, oh, I've heard the song, and I should write it down and do it for a show or whatever. Like, I've not done that for so long. Like, all those habits have just completely vacated. Which is like the first time in like 10 years or something I've really done that. Really last time I can remember like just getting incredibly burnt out of things would have been like pre-2016. Like, it's been a long time since then, but that's just how it is sometimes, I guess. I'm quickly noticing, by the way, this is a different conversation, I'm quickly noticing the lack of lives here. Like, I only seem to have really lost lives. I've never gained them. It doesn't feel right for a classic game. I mean, I've not even been playing special stages or anything that are on the special stage lust mode, so I haven't been getting any that way. So far, when I've lost a life, I've not really gained one to make up for it, so... we're looking a bit squeaky here, and looking like we're not going to have any continues because of the special stage stuff either, so... I'm curious as to how this is going to end up going. There is a save system at least, and I mean the game should be saving. As far as I know, there wouldn't be a reason for it not to, unless, hey, Windows 11 randomly has more bugs in this game than Windows 10 did. Or something dumb like that, I guess, so... There's one. I don't know how to get to it. I think I might have already... Yeah, I think I've already screwed it up. Bye, life. Oh, nice, okay, we're at the end. going through, like, what are these stages, what are these bosses? I'm doing better at the stages. I think I mostly muddled this stage up with Technology Tree. There's a few stages that just all blend together, like this one, Technology Tree, and there's a Furnace one as well. Like, all feel very similar in my head, and I mix and match levels from them interchangeably, I guess. Oh, right, this boss. Yeah, the bosses I'm doing a little worse on. Like, I only really remember a handful of them, to be completely honest. So this one feels really similar to one I feel like I remember being in Storm Station or something, rather than right here, so some creativity lacking, that is fine. Nothing too big or anything. Like classic Sonic has a lot of similar bosses. Maybe I'm just misremembering it, but I just remember it being a running boss like this where you've got to hit Eggman in various ways. Okay. That can't be the only thing we've got to do here. Yep. We got to hit the train. Is this you wait for Eggman or something like that? Is that what you do here? He pops up in the window like every now and then. Yeah, there we go. I'm getting real dumb with my placement in relation to these things. Okay. Come on. Come on, Eggman. Show yourself. There we go. Probably like one more if I have to guess. Maybe two more based on the fact we've introduced a new type of bullet. I thought I missed that, but clearly wasn't paying enough attention. I always mess up with the momentum a little bit here. I did. Okay, that's fair enough. I had my eyes elsewhere on the screen, so I just didn't even see it. Oh hey, for the sequel music.
Let's look at the book.
Sorry, Mighty. Well, it's not cutting for the both of us. I thought there was more characters than Mighty in there. I swear I remembered, like, Ray or someone as well. Oh god, this is where this song comes from? I'd completely forgotten that. Some say number 9. Never say number 9. Yeah, I'd totally forgotten that. Also, considering what I was just saying about them feeling really similar, it's interesting to place it right afterwards. I thought this was a bit later in the game, but I guess not. You know, I swore there was more crossover characters. I know there's something before the sequel, or at least I'm pretty sure there are. I'm now second guessing that as well. Or maybe I'm confused there. But I thought there was. Jump over that guy. Nope. Okay. It's fine, still got a satisfying bounce, that's what counts. Are these guys weird two-hit enemies? No. Okay, they did at least have the foresight to not have these in this game, like Chrono Adventure and BTXA. I always thought they were kind of dumb. Don't get me wrong, there's some semi-fun tech in avoiding them, but aside from that, like, I don't know, I always thought they were kind of silly. This song's chill though, I've always enjoyed this one. I can't remember where it plays. Is it in the... It plays in some level you're in for ages. Like, it ends about now, when you're playing it in Chrono Adventure. I just don't remember what the level actually is that it's in. It's in, like, one of the various green ones. They all blend together in my head after a little while. Like, if I told you the... Or if you showed me them, I could be like, oh yeah, that's that one with that layout. I guess mentally I couldn't describe that layout, obviously, but I can go, oh, that's like foliage falls west, east, direction 2, or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Some people can do that with that game, I cannot. I can go, alright, it's that level, I run that way through it. That's probably about it. You and me are not the same, buddy. Our Chrono Adventure knowledge is of vastly different things. Yours is of things probably important to the enjoyment of the game. Mine is random speedrun stuff. Come up various points and times at this point when like someone brings up something to do with Chrono Adventure. It's like, oh, you must be an expert in this thing, right? Because of how much time you played the game. I'm like, nope. There's part of me tempted to do a casual playthrough of it at some point. It's just like, I don't remember any of the way you go through the game normally. I only really have hyper-memorized the route we go through the game, and I don't remember any of the story stuff. Like, it's all just gone from my head, because I only really truly played it one time, and even then I never finished it. I just got really close. Yeah, pretty much. Effectively, yeah, until like mid-September, so we've got some time to chill. Speaking of time to chill, time to grab a drink real quick. Oh, this version slows it down, I like it. We'll say, I wish you had control over when you jumped off those things a bit more. Like, I actually thought you could jump off them, but you can't even jump off them. You just gotta wait. Like, okay, just let me jump off it. Treat it like SA2. Give me a trick system or something. Like, that would be cool. Looking like my garden in spring. I mean, your garden in the summer's probably not looking too hot, I imagine, if it's anything like the rest of us. Oh lord, that thing's dry. There was, like, semi-quote-unquote proper rain for the first time in 2 months, Sunday night? Even then, it didn't last long. It was a bit of a downpour, but genuinely only had maybe 5-minute drippings of rain before that for the last 2 or 3 months. It's insane. Like, even after that, on Sunday night, it just went back to normal, and then the last 2 days, been incredibly humid again, which tends to be a good thing, because that means, oh, well, if it's humid, it's probably going to rain. No, hasn't done that. One of the things I always, like, hate about summer is those humid days in particular, like when it's really rainy overhead and it's just disgustingly warm. Sorry, disgustingly humid, I guess. Always one of my least favourite parts of summer. Genuinely haven't had that once this year because of just the lack of rain, so in a way, it's actually been quite nice. Oh true, got the national alert about the barbecue, how could I forget that? Oh hey, I know this gimmick. Although, it feels like the lock-on time was actually decreased a bit in Chrono Adventure. That felt quite lenient. Not just that, King, like multiple national alerts if you have different language, if you're in a place that requires a different language. And on top of that, also sending it 4 times to the people who, who've already received it. People are saying they look forward to the rain and dark nights. I don't look forward to that stuff, but there's a point where I'm willing to accept that's what's coming. I'm about that point. I have... Most years I get pretty bad seasonal affective disorder, or however you want to call it. But there are some years where the summers are so hot where I'm just like, I don't care, just make it cooler and I'll deal with the consequences later. Like, I'm always begging for the clocks to go forward, for example, in spring, but then quite often, if it's been a bad summer, I'm begging for them to go back in autumn again. Despite struggling with the short nights and everything like that. Like, sometimes it's just, please, just mercy kill me, like, I can't do this. Now, this one I definitely remember. This is in the winter stage. Good song. Yeah, I do enjoy some. I've always been quite upfront with the fact of, like, give me spring and give me autumn. Like, they tend to be my 2 favourites. More so autumn, early autumn, I guess. Like, when it's still kind of bright, but it's cold out and that sort of thing. And likewise, spring, when it's just getting started, it's not too warm out. That was really dumb. I shouldn't have stayed in place there, but it's fine. Like, those are the two seasons I tend to default to whenever people ask my favourites. Like, just the milder ones, when you still get a bit of sun and that sort of thing. Like, still get vitamin D, it's all good, but it's just not disgusting to live in. And likewise, it's not disgustingly cold as well, I guess. Summer tends to be the one I feel like I need to survive more versus winter. It's like winter's just survive as in, you know, try not to get too depressed, whereas summer's like, oh my god, like just lock in and simply don't cook to death. I'm on the inverse, not trying to freeze to death in winter, you know? I don't know, like, this year I definitely enjoyed summer, but I've noticed just instinctively I got to a point in like July when my body just kind of thought it was autumn. Like the second the heat went off after one of those heat waves and it was just like 20-degree days for like 2 or 3 weeks, like my body was convinced it was autumn, and it was early July. That's always the sign that it's just been a tough one, you know. Is when your body's like, wait, it's not this season I'm convinced it is? That's really weird, okay. I'm not quite ready for that one. So yeah, every time we then have the heat waves, it's really thrown me off because my body clock is just not ready for it, I guess. Very weird way of describing it. I'm sure like not everyone will get what I mean by that, but like internally just think it's a completely different time to when it is or whatever. Like it's just weird. It's been a weird summer, I guess. Given it all. Yeah, like, I don't know. I can see both camps, but I'm not like specifically looking forward to those features of winter. The winter thing the thing I'm looking forward to is like just being a bit more comfortable. Like, I always struggle with the heat quite badly, so just having the ability to like live and not just feel like I'm surviving is it's quite appreciated at times. But yeah, then I hate the negative aspects of it too. So. Bit of both. This is a great gimmick. This is called Stand on this Bottom. Also, yeah, you can do that. Surprise. Like I said, this engine has some weird quirks, and all of them are pretty fun. I'm pretty sure that's the gimmick here, is just stand on this button. Oh yeah, it is charging in the distance. So it's like, I remember this being how you finish this, but this takes way longer than I remember it being, likewise. Oh, come on. Now you're gonna do that. That's what I was fearing. Please go under. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm a little crazy for that sort of thing, like, except I don't fall into either camp of... Most people tend to like the extremes, they like the full-on summer or the full-on winter, and I'm just in between. Oh, was that? Yeah, that was Act 3, wasn't it? I just kind of zoned out after a while. Yeah, being right outside London is not pleasant, to be completely honest with you. In that regard, generally you could argue as well, but... yeah, this is the boss I was thinking of. This is very similar. Crazy they just put such similar zones back to back. Like, you can kind of get it, but also it can feel a bit repetitive. I don't know how that phased through him. I felt like that should have hit, but sure. What do you do with this one? I actually don't know. This is just like Sonic CD tier of just... Oh wait, no, now I can get it. That was That was silly of me to lose my speed like that. Speaking of which, I'm also not going to make this one either. Is that it? Oh, still going. Come on. Nice. Running backwards. I didn't know you could do that, I just made that up. Improvised on the spot. So where are we at now? I can think of 4 more zones. 5? I'm not going to spoil them. Yeah, this is... Okay. Okay, I think I know how the rest of the game goes then. So we're not doing too bad for time then, if that is the case. Horse's tail's predicted. Look, you can have him be scary for like a little gag every now and then, or be scared for a gag every now and then, it's fine. Now when you make that his whole character... Now, gonna get bored a bit. Great zone music. In particular, Ghost of the Stars, the next stage's theme is like a constant October rotation every year. Like it's just a jammier version of this. Like it's good. I forgot this game even had Eggman boxes. That's how commonly they've come up. Oh, right. The whole gimmick here is faced away from the ghost, which is pretty cool to be fair. Like it's not the sort of thing I've seen any other classic Sonic-esque game do. So. An interesting little concept. Also got these huge spikes. Like, as a whole, I think this is one of the standout zones of this game. There's a lot of cool things. Now that I'm back here remembering it all. Can you please? Can you please? Thank you. See, that was me thinking I needed to get speed in my classic game, but apparently not. Yeah. Oh, we even got sphere physics. Beautiful. I don't think that's how you're meant to do this, but hey. When you're presented with an opportunity to do Sonic World's physics, why would you not, right? Oh. Hey, there we go. I think that's just meant to be like a little set gimmick. I don't think I'm meant to be able to use those to do what I did. Brilliant coding, it's just an engine thing rather than the game thing. You can do this in all these games. I use it all the time in the Chrono speedrun, for example. To like, get around various objects that are spherical just to make it a bit quicker. Speaking of which, I know of something you can do in this stage. I don't know how you do a skip with it, but I know you can do that. Fun fact. I remember watching a video of that many years ago and being like, incredible. I gotta do it. And like, it's just a dumb little bug, but hey. The taunt to death combo. I don't know if you can do anything interesting with that, or if it's just like an oversight, or if there is like some actual skip that it works with. But I know these platforms are all sorts of funky, so when you can do something like that, it's a good time. Oh yeah, right, of course, that cost me a life, so I'm now down to 0 of them. 0 of them, and still presumably 0 continues. So, this will be an interesting one, in other words. Hopefully the game's been saving. Yeah, last time I played this was like, what, 2017, back on Windows 10, so plenty of major version updates to have broken that without me looking, so we'll see. Was the glitch worth it? Probably not. Alright, cool. This is the song. This is the one. Absolute tune. Windows 11 ain't much better, but that's my point, is there's been so many updates since I last played it on Windows 10. There's more opportunities for it to have broken since then. Please. Oh, this version just like takes the Act 1 and just absolutely slaps with it. There's a little breakdown coming in a second. My god. Jump in a spot and crash. There's plenty of opportunity for that to still happen, don't you worry. There's ample opportunity for that. Hey, we're bringing back the returning gimmick from the very first act of the game, that is, not the design. Oh, the chorus as well. Oh, it's so good. I don't like the weird lighting thing going on. It kind of surprises me they didn't go for some even darker lighting and do like some sort of spotlight gimmick with one of these stages. At least I don't think they do that. I'm trying to remember what Act 3 does and it's not this, I think. Okay, I've got Ring. All is good in the world. Nice one. Oh, I was worried for a second that was going to be a bottomless pit, but no, I think these games do have bottomless pits every now and then. Before the sequel, way more than after, but I think after mostly avoids it as a level design gimmick, but I still get a little antsy, given all the official classic Sonic games I've played that do that, for example. I mean, to be fair, like a bunch of unofficial ones do too. Like everyone says how much better, or at the time said how much better Mega Mix was than Sonic 4, but I still have loads of bottomless pits from what I remember. So wasn't that much better in that regard. Alright, I'm gonna wait for another air bubble here. I keep doing that. I think I can jump below those things and do a short jump. I never can. Well, not jump below, but like do a short jump over them and avoid them, and instead I just end up hitting them every time. But hey, at least the size of the spikes don't hurt you. That is probably the way it should be in those games. It isn't, and I can understand the real world reasons for why it isn't, but still. I think it's kind of silly. Right, what is this stage? I don't remember it at all. I don't even remember the song at all. That's how much like Act 2 just ingrained itself into my head comparatively. Right, okay, weird gimmick, but sure thing. Oops. I thought I was going to go into the spikes, but narrowly avoided it. Good job. It's so much fun that was. I really hope we're not going to play it again, but I get the feeling it will appear a few more times in this stage, knowing how this game tends to handle gimmicks like that. It'll probably be like once in the middle, once at the end. We'll get all too familiar with it until then. Oh, that was dumb. Okay, right, I had rings. I misread my life count as the ring count for some stupid reason. So far so good. Still gotta say, peak zone, honestly. I still stand by it. Still stand by the fact that this could be the go. No. You just saw GTA gameplay leaks? Really? We hit that person, he's getting shot out back, unfortunately. Say goodbye to OP, because OP is never living another day again. But anything remotely interesting? God, am I gonna get suckered into it? Like, I could see it happening. I'd be way more interested in PC, but could I see myself getting suckered in? Maybe. Probably not, but who knows. 70 quid. I mean, it's a lot, but hey, at least I can just wait for the dip. Never mind. I prefer not to speak. Yeah, that's a big part of games like that for me, is I'd wait for a sale, although to be fair, a digital sale of like a key site or something is way more likely than the disc is to go down in value at that point, I feel, so who knows. I mean, I'd be interested in checking it out the day one. Can I avoid the FOMO? Dear God, I hope so. Nice. For some reason, disc games are holding value now. Yeah, I can't think of why that would possibly be. Because companies are desperately trying to keep them holding value in comparison to their digital counterparts, so you feel more inclined to check out the digital version. It's probably part of it, at least. Like, there's a tiny bit of conspiracy theory in there, but at least, like, if they cost new a certain price, they will probably always cost second-hand certain price. It's probably like half how that market's working as well. Okay, what's the boss here? It's that guy. That's a very short introduction. Oh! Is this our cheeky introduction to the next zone? Is the fact he freezes this? I don't remember, but it might be. Oh, this boss theme. I'd completely forgotten about this one, but this is slapping. Alright, so if I time this carefully, I can get 3 hits, which feels OP. Is that it? No. That was it? Okay. I just found a way to make that really clean. Baffled me with how many disc cartridges are out there it would drop. It makes no sense how Nintendo held games for so long. Give me a second. There we go, that should muffle it a bit more now. We'll just close the door. Got cool enough to where I can do that. Baffles me with how many disc cartridges are out there. It would drop, makes no sense how Nintendo games have held for so long. Yeah, like, Nintendo is just a unit. I mean, like, the games, as long as Nintendo keeps them at the right price, they never go anywhere. Like, there's always demand, and therefore the price is always high. Like, it's just how it goes, unfortunately, which is dumb, because I shouldn't have to pay 50 quid for Mario Kart 8, but we all know that by now. Oh, okay. It goes here. I didn't think it would go here. I thought it would go to, spoilers, the ice stage first, but no, it's here. Okay. Well, got some tunes in it as well, and I remember this being a pretty fun stage to play, so let's get to it. Oh, we've got water here, because, guys, it's a fire stage. Like, it's quirky if it has water. Get it? Is that the gimmick? I think I figured it out quite quickly. I don't like how easy it is to land on little pieces of geometry like that. I wish they just invisible walled it and left it there. That's just a Sonic Worlds thing once again. I feel like this happens in so many games, just being able to jump on random corners of geometry and stuff like that. So much so that, can I do it? Can I do the chrono? Actually, this is underwater. I should wait and do it when I'm above water, thinking about it. Can I do corner jumps? So this is invisible walled. Why aren't the rest of them? I'll try and find one, see if I can find out if I actually do one. Question for the ages. Fine, I'm getting an upper air level now, thanks to that. And now you're just gonna troll the game. Okay. Okay, man. I really thought that was gonna go down to a drowning noise, but I guess not. Can I please? Can I please? There we go. Oh my goodness, that. Cool. Vacuuming? Welcome, Terminal. Yeah, why not? Happy pre-birthday. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And thank you for dropping by. There's a few, like, random little stream tags. There's no normal ones. They bring in viewers' eyes. It works every time. I see someone streaming with the tag vacuuming, or Sweden curl. No, sorry, it's Finland curling, or curling Finland, or something. It works. Someone always asks about it. Big fish. I've baited you successfully. The truth is, I think I saw vacuuming on someone else's stream who has really good tags, and I went like, okay, this is the one. And then the others just came naturally. Curling was because curling was an in-joke with like someone who used to watch the stream. They were obsessed with curling, right? And eventually when I then ended up playing curling in... What the fuck happened there? I ended up playing curling in Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympics kind of recently. I was like, okay, I've re-earned the ability. I'm good enough at curling now to where I can re-put this in my stream tags. And I saw for some reason the second most popular curling tag was Curling Finland. So I was like, fuck it, sure, why not? It works. I am failing this monumentally, but it's fine. I think. Is it fine? It's probably not, but whatever. I don't care anymore, we're on Finland. Absolutely goated curling team, I'm sure. I don't know anything about them, so take my word on that one. Oh, so Sonic can go off-screen when I interact with the sign wrong if I face the wrong way, but if I face the right way, he just stands there. I'm sure. Fake fan, because I didn't know curling was a thing that's popular. I don't know about popular, I mean popular with the over 50s. Curling's fun, but like... I don't think it's exactly a mainstream sport equally. I think there's just a small but dedicated fan base at this point who are very vocal about it in my streams, and therefore it makes the perfect stream tag. Anyway, I'm trying the corner jumps. I think they're slightly too weird an angle to make it work. That's sad. This is a feature in the Sonic Worlds engine that persists to like very new stuff, say like Sonic and the Fallen Star, for example, where if these are set up in such a way, I can just jump at the corner, gain a load of momentum, and just run up walls. It's awesome. I'd love to show you it in this game, but unfortunately, it don't be working. Oh my goodness, we're still bouncing. Once again, it's satisfying, so... Can't be too mad, but like also... When is this going to end? There it is. Yeah, this is more like the stage I remember it being. Nope, just wouldn't go through it for some reason. I don't know why. Love running on balls. This game wants you to love running on balls, but good lord, as a gimmick, does it appear a lot in these fan games. Yeah, love running on steamy balls. Like, what else can you say to this? It is a valid point. What is that? Oh, right. I do remember these, and I think these even get repurposed into the boost. What would you even call them? Like the boost panels from Chrono Adventure. I totally forgot about them. Does that mean you can use fire shields on them in that game as well? That's something I've never tested, but it's actually kind of interesting to think about whether that has any routing potential. Here we go again, thinking about the speed game or playing a casual game. It's okay, they're all related, so it just happens every now and then. Also, nice. Can you fire? Fire shield in this game is also always so satisfying. Like, it's so OP compared to, like, say, Sonic 3, for example. So I can do stuff like that. That's not that OP, but hey, look at that speed. We're really hanging on the edge with these lives as well, I've noticed. We've been on 0 lives for like 3 zones now. I'm a little on edge at this point. Can't lie. Hardcore run? I mean, We discussed it earlier, but like, there's a severe lack of lives in this game. It's actually kind of concerning. Someone should have stopped this mad lad. You die in the game, you die in real life. Shit. Lock in. Hold. I didn't realise so much was on the line, but that's on me. Combining this with the shield is so much fun. My lord. I'm gonna lose it at some point and it's gonna become sad, but you know, until then I can appreciate the beauty of this. So this is just popping off. It's speed and height, like hell yeah. It's fine by me. Can I bet you I can shield bounce off this with this. Why am I not getting any, first of all? If I could have activated my forward boost there, I absolutely could have done that. See, like that? Exactly like that. Am I winning? Welcome, Sophus. Hope you're doing good. I'm trying to win. I mean, this isn't the best example of it. This is kind of a section where I'm very much not winning, because I didn't think this platform was landable, but yeah, no, I'm doing good. Glad to see you. How you been doing recently? There it is. There goes the fun. Fun over, everyone. Can you get on there? Thank you. God damn it. And up there? Nope, that one's impossible. Fine. I'll take my L. I know when to take it. Wait, hang on. We're veering dangerously close to an extra life here, guys. I don't mean to alarm anyone, but I might not be dying in real life today. Been chilling, got a break. That's awesome to hear. Hopefully you're enjoying some time off then in that case. Fucking forgot about that emote. I add these BTTV emotes so infrequently that I just forget they exist sometimes. Can I please get it? Please. No more death. No more death. Sonic Sprite goes crazy. It's great. I love the way Sonic looks in this game. It's a really nice look for sure. Hey, more rings. I'm fine with that. More. Hey, another shield. I didn't even pay any attention to the shield after singing its praises for so long, but it's the good stuff right there. Shit. Goodbye, shield again. I hardly knew her, but alas, had to go. I did have that one yesterday though, like I made sure to add that one because that's in regular rotation in streams it's in. God damn, especially this stream, it's evergreen. This is such a jam, I agree. He's still going. Nothing will let this guy down. Speaking of jams, by the way, another contender for my favourite song in this OST coming up. This boss is nuts. Hey, a little mural, just like Sonic 3. Reference? That's in this economy? That's insane. What could it mean? The Chaos Emeralds we've not been collecting because Story Mode's just given us to them. Given them to us for free, sorry. Why are there just loads of blank ones? Like, come on. We're paying people to put up blank canvases? Here we go. Oh, that little teaser there. It's beautiful. Yeah, so I'm trying to think what we've still got left. I think the ice stage and the storm stage, and then that's it. So, making pretty good progress indeed. I'm not doing very good on this. On the other hand, however, so I have to turn them into fire mode. They flat out won't hit if I don't, but the issue with that is sometimes they line up really awkwardly, or I just flat out hit them the wrong way. Listen to this. This goes nuts. I don't get hit. Like, what on earth is that guitar going so ham for, you know? Can I bounce on him? Can I bounce on it? Yes. Oh, you got the breakdown here as well. Like, my god, what a soundtrack. It's a little oil lotion, but I'll allow it. That was really dumb, but I got saved by weird slope physics. I probably could get 2 hits in here, but I'm just playing it safe at this point. I've done some weird, risky things all throughout this. I'm just letting it play out. So yeah, if I remember correctly, we go straight into the fire zone. Fire zone? Dumbass. Straight into the snow zone. Yeah, there it is. Parhelian's a very strong candidate for best zone in the game, I'd say. I remember this one having a lot of strong stages, and the gimmick was pretty good as well. See if it holds up. First of all, I mean, Combat Knight would go. Oh yeah, this has the balloon gimmick, of course. I just have some really good memories of this stage in particular. Like, I've not really spoken about like why it is exactly I'm doing this, aside from the fact it's been a long time. But certainly for me, like, after the sequel was not one of the first fan games I played, but one of the first ones that, like, really I like went all in on this game. Like, it's the only one I ever finished at the time. Like, I played it, beat it. When it came out, I was so obsessed with it. This is the zone I associate that with the most. Like, I just remember the stage feeling so good to play at the time. Like, that's why that random just popped back into my head. But yeah, like, this was such a formative game for me. I'd give it to... Like, formative, I mean, like, I played it as a teenager, I guess, would have been around the time frame when I first played this. So, like... But still, I always quoted it as like one of my favourite games at the time, like favourite soundtracks, things like that. This game was super important to me, as you can tell from the fact I'm still, say, like speedrunning other games in this fan game series, for example, and things like that, and still talking about it all the time. When did this come out? 2013. I thought I remembered getting it right away, but apparently it came out in June. I played it in like August. My vivid memories of it was I was playing this right as I went into secondary school in the UK. Or I guess you could call it like early high school or whatever, something like that. Literally the week I was going in was when I was really invested in this game. Like, started it in the summer holidays, finished it like just after school one night, like super invested, thinking about it all the time, ready to get home and just like plunge some time into it. It's one of those games I got good memories with growing up, I guess. So, having not played it therefore for 10 years, I was like, this can't stand. I've got to go back to it. Quite old. Could have imagined it came out within the last 5 years. Absolutely, like, it still holds up. The only thing that really dates it, I guess, is, to be honest, the fact it's a 4x3 game. I don't see too many of those anymore. Yeah, like, this still holds up really good. By the way, I've been hinting at it. This is my favourite song in the game. This is so good. Like, I've got to get the mix up on this, you know. Good music. Let's get this up. This is good. You're not going to be able to hear me, but it's worth it. I'll take a bow for this one. Guitar, I mean both guitars, like the acoustic, but mainly the electric goes ham. nice. We're not dying! This bit here, insane. Just like listen to this play out. Yeah, like, absolutely insane. Incredible soundtrack, but like, that's gotta be my absolute favourite. That guitar fill at the end, beautiful. This is the one I always come back to all the time. Always quoting this one as my favourite. I mean, I really like the first zone, the second act as well. That's one I frequently give, but like, dude, totally. And then you go chill with this one. Like, good first two acts, straight into some chill beats that you would actually expect from a snow level, to be honest. Oh dear, this game's so good. Like, don't get me wrong, I for sure knew going into this I was going to find some shortcomings. I have found some shortcomings, but I don't care. Like, I'm just so happy to be playing this again, and that's ultimately why I chose it as playing it today. So this can't go on for any longer. I got to play this again. Like, I always tend to, if I do some sort of like pre-birthday things, I normally end up being too busy on the day. Normally it'll be like some classic Sonic game or something I can finish in a short while, and I'm going to really enjoy it, have a good time blasting back through it again, but like, I mean, I could have gone with any manner of things. I'm just so glad I picked this, because this is hitting the right spots. Going back to this and re-experiencing it again, like, for sure, still holds up. Oh my goodness, we're really never going to die again. It's a miracle. I mean, well, we can still die again, just once more. Not in real life. Why is this so loud all of a sudden? It's pretty sure I turned it down, but let's decide it's going to be loud. Don't know is the answer. Oh, it's just the jump noises and the spin dash noises. Okay, I see what it was. Running low on rings here and a lot of spiked enemies. It makes me a little nervous. What do I know? There was a hidden spring there. I guess it will do me good after all. I was convinced that would just be a dead end. Yeah, like, I'm thinking back on it now, like that one time I played before the sequel, the, effectively the prequel fan game to this, and like, just how improved this level design was in like such a short period of time. Like, this game was only 2 years after that game. I mean, that game went from feeling like really like I want to be the guy, almost like dickish, to this game feeling and playing for the most part like a real classic game. Like, it's such an impressive blow up, and I already kind of used the terminology before. It's no wonder that everyone who worked on this went on to have like such good careers in the industry, or like the developer himself went on to be like a pretty successful indie developer. It's because there's good solid foundation in here. Like, it's impressive stuff. Anyway, that's the gushing. Alright, well, we've got coming up on this boss. This one's a complete blank spot for me. Oh, there he is, there's a Gats. Oh, it's this guy. I think he appears in before the sequel, and I mean, obviously we've seen the giant eye thing a bunch. And he's just a standard old classic Sonic enemy other than that, but hey, call back or something like that. Oh, a chase sequence. This is kind of interesting. Just as well I didn't fall to my death there. I thought it would be like some sort of screen lock situation, like got like Master System Sonic 1 or whatever. Nope. Pretty good. Can I get up here? Yeah. Can I get up here? Yeah. Okay, so what's my goal here then? No, I'm out of it. Do I... Oh, am I making Eggman? Yes, okay. I mean, as long as I can ring juggle, I guess it doesn't actually matter that much. This is a dumb gimmick, and I'm so on board with it. Okay, just need him to come over here in time, which might be a stretch. I probably shouldn't have done it like that, but it worked. Amazing. That's actually really cool, I can't lie. Don't get me wrong, there's no challenge to it particularly, but that's fun. Good zone. I'm glad I remember correctly, that was fun. Bit of Eamon in the cutscene? Don't know why. Yeah, I believe memory serves, this is the final full zone here. Oh, is this? Is there a flying stage in between these two, or am I making that up? I feel like I vaguely recall something like that. No? Okay, straight into Storm Station, fine by me. So yeah, this is the last full stage of the game. We're doing the usual Storm and Eggman's base thing, so get through it. Got the pumping tunes you'd want for that, so all good by me. I remember this stage having like some really good visuals and music as well. Like, I know that's happened the whole way through, but the iconography of this stage in particular like always stays with me. More so like the next act, I think it's Act 2, maybe it's Act 3, I'm thinking. I'll find out when we get there, I guess, but there's some cool stuff going on here. Good gimmicks again. Like, this feels like Wing Fortress, but good. So far is all I can say. It feels like an actual stage rather than a walking gimmick like Wing Fortress did. Also being, I don't know what my issue is with Wing Fortress, it just needs to be more of a, there's not enough stage there for me. I guess. This feels like the concept done a bit more right. Yeah, like all of this storm imagery, hence why it's like Storm Station or whatever. This is more what I remember this for. You get into these little bits here. Let's get the guitar going insane. And now I'm just stopping to listen to it, I'm gonna be straight up. I didn't zone out there, I was just listening to the music. Damn, it's good. Alright, here we go, Platform Cycles, my beloved. It wouldn't be a floating battleship stage without one, I guess. I mean, you kind of already had somewhat of cycles going on with these electricity things, but you can also just run through them. It's a classic Sonic game, you can just ring juggle, and that is the difficulty, is how well you can juggle rings. That made that a bit easier of a decision to make for me, as I just went straight for it. It's like, should I damage this through that? Game's made me damage. Might as well. Game's made me damage. It's damaged me. Sure, I'll go with that one. Yeah, this is the stage. This is the one I'm thinking of. This song and like all this imagery of the storm and stuff. absolutely hits. Like, this is the thing I still remember about the sequel whenever I think about this game, honestly. That was dumb. I'm pretty sure the drop there coincides with something. I can't remember what, though. Am I meant to get to a certain point before the drop or something? Just straight back to doing it. God, he's good, as they say. No, I thought that it had like some sort of screen flash effect that happened after that, but misremembering. Eggman. So true. So true, bestie. Who could forget the twos? All the twos. He's good at naming stuff, can't blame him. But so far I've only seen two. Like, where's the ones? Where's the threes? Like, great chat. Great chat. Good stuff. Anyway, yeah, great revisit today. Not got that long to go, like I said, so it's been fun. Maybe one day I'll go back to before the sequel and see if my general dislike of the end game of that game is still justified, or whether I've softened a bit on it over the years. That would be an interesting one to see, I guess, considering, well, no point playing the other two, I play them so much anyway. Yeah, before and after the sequel I barely play, so like, you know, it'd be interesting to do the same for that one at some point. Probably not as a pre-birthday stream. I like to use these things to celebrate rather than hate my life, so just do before the sequel, sorry, a random point in the year, I guess. Whenever I feel like streaming again, in October probably, since it's been every 2 months at this point, I think. Did one in April, did one in June, and now here I am in August. So yeah, that lines me up for October, so I'll see you guys in October for more of my usual BS, to be honest. Okay, getting past, we're doing alright.
Let's look at the book.
That lined up perfectly with crossing the signpost. Sorry, I just tapped out for a second there. Can't control the game while you tapped out, because keyboard game. Oh, it thinks I'm using a keyboard, I'm using Steam input, but we can pretend. We can kid ourselves for this long, can't we? That was dumb. I should have waited to get that ring, but luckily it didn't end up mattering. Okay. I didn't remember this song at all, and I'm quickly realizing why. This is very chill for what effectively ends up being the final gauntlet. Like, does this have a bass drop, or like, where's the pump and choose? Not that I mind it, it's really cool. I just think it's probably a bit of a better Act 1 song, honestly, than it is an Act 3 song. There you go, that's my like one complaint I've had all the stream, is I think there should have been an Act 1. Yeah, it's still a good song, it's still great. Still jamming, don't get me wrong. Guitar's hitting good. What does this say? The new game is something of RPG. Something game. I can't read the one on the left at all, except the word Chrono. The word Chrono probably means something important there, doesn't it? I missed that one as well. Oh well, on forever again. Hey, there's your Sonic Chrono Adventure teaser, I guess. It came out only like 2 months after this game, because he's an absolute madman. Well, certainly was an absolute madman at the time. Now it takes a few years to develop games like a normal person. God, how dare he? Can I, like, not? Please? Can I stop floating? How do I make it stop? It just eventually did. Okay. I didn't realise there was like a time limit expiration on it. I thought I had to jump out of it manually, or the game just allowed me to leave it, but I guess there was. Yes, there it is there again as well. Okay. Learn something new every day, I guess. Taking so much damage here, but luckily my ring juggling's second to none, because otherwise it'd be in way more trouble than I am. Okay. Can I corner back? Oh, look at that. I mean, it's a little slow, but it'll do, won't it? You still got it. There it is. I mean, most pointless corner bounce of all time, because it just gives me free gravity to do it anyway. A man can dream, a man can pretend he's doing something actually semi-impressive, right? Alright, please, this is all I have. Kinda need this. Alright, we're free. Storm Station is done! Now we just got the end game. Tense piano though? Oh. Yeah, this is the boss I remember as well. They do just reuse this running gimmick like 3 times. Bro, lazy dev. SMH my head. Come on now. That's done. Don't know why I did that. Don't know why I committed to that either. Deserved. Okay, double there, so why not? Once again, some of these things I do kind of bring on myself, so can't blame the game too much for punishing that that misfortune of mine. Okay. Interesting, so I can just hang over here, and that's beneficial, never mind. Okay, right, it does go in different directions, I'll give him that. It's just the first base that's reminiscent of other things. Okay. I could have probably bounced myself on there, and that would have been fun, but alas. I'm going to stay here and hope I get some ring. Yeah, there we go. Nice one. I did it again. I can't believe this. Ring. Ring. Alright, wait. God is good. See? See? I can do it. I believe. You believe paid off. Thank you very much. I'll take my leave. Oh. Okay. Jingle just ended. Prematurely. And that's Eggman's plan defeated. GG's. GG, shake my hand. It clearly must be. About that. There he is. There's the boy. There's the Fortnite characters. No, he's not a character, he's a transformation. Get it right. You actually emote to turn into Supersonic? Dickhead. Go on, Sonic. You got this. We gotta get a Gats. He's done some things, I'm sure, that we just haven't seen on screen. By the way, All-Timer. Such a good song. I mean, I know it's just Seaside Hill, but like, come on, listen to this. That was a complete waste of hits. And that. The hit stun there is insane. As is the knockback, to be fair. Luckily nothing here is like too awful to dodge. I think it's mostly just going to be keeping the rings, to be honest. It's going to be the worst bit. If I can avoid getting hit for 2 seconds, just focus on that. There we go, that was a good angle, but I was way too little too late. That hit stun is so bad. Alright, this is gonna be like to the wire, I reckon. In terms of the ring count, that is. Because this is nowhere near as generous as, say, like a Doomsday, for example. This is very much scrounging at what I got. There we go, that's a good angle. Perfect. The egg meatball with wings? Why you gotta do him like that? Oh, whoops. I thought I could skip these after all this time. I was like, wait, can I just press the start button? Yesn't. Me too, me too. Yeah, we weren't done quite yet. I don't remember how this works, but I remember this taking me a while the first time I did this, so let's see if I remember anything about it. First of all, Bible Supersonic, epic. It's a shame it's only this one stage, I think. I don't think playing in story mode lets you play as him all the time, but I might be wrong. So I guess I just want to keep the energy rings. I feel like there's more to it that I'm forgetting. I think there's a gimmick where he locks onto you. In which case... yeah, there it is. I remember this being the thing that caught me out all the time. Nowadays, seasoned lock-on veteran, thanks to Sonic Chrono Adventure speedruns, having the exact same thing as the final boss, effectively. It's not the final boss, but it's in the final gauntlet in that game. So yeah. I would like an energy ring though, that would be quite nice. There it is. I thought you could at least hide behind certain objects, but that doesn't seem to be a thing. Also, I enjoy that it's just like the real classic Sonic games. We're limiting ourselves on, if you notice when I get knocked back, there's no real sprite for that. It feels just like the real thing. Like when they get too lazy to, not too lazy, I guess more so there was a lack of like palette or whatever, or sprite sheet left. It's like, well, we'll just recolor normal Sonic. Super Sonic with a health bar and no rings taken down. This is like Sonic Unleashed. Shut up that you're technically right. I hate this. Can I... oh my goodness, I'm trying to get this ring so desperately. There it is. That was dumb. All that effort wasted. I mean, you're right. Don't get me wrong, this is infinitely more interesting of a final boss than Sonic Unleashed because you're actually doing something, but, you know. Guys, Sonic after the sequel clears Sonic Unleashed. You heard it in this stream here first. Nice. I'll not be accepting further questions at this time as I fear for my safety, but nonetheless. Meatballs, true. now that you mention it, meatballs are in Unleashed. Checkpoint, okay. I've been a bit reckless here, so we'll see how this goes. I might end up needing that checkpoint after all, but oh, chance. Oh wow, especially when you've got spikes all over the place like that. I mean, good, but I meant to get caught by those. That was another extremely close brush there. And that. The difference is that one actually hit. You like generally get a feel for when the laser's gonna be because the sound effects the same in both these games. You're like, whoops. What happens when I get to 0 energy? Oh, that is 0 energy, but like, what happens, I'm guessing I die when I get below this instead? Oh, we're free, I think. Okay. Okay, man, sure. Am I actually free now? Or is there still a little bit more? Nope. We're good. See ya! This background's so cool, by the way. Always love this one. In Sonic After the Sequel DX, by the way, which for those of you who don't know, is the developer's own source port of the game to make it a bit more compatible on modern systems. Not playing it because I don't actually like it very much. There is an additional final boss here. I think it's kind of cheap, which is why I don't like it all that much, but it's such a cool background. I love that one. But yeah, you get like an extra Eggman boss here, which explains what Eggman's up to effectively during this whole final boss fight here. But now we don't need it. That's a good enough ending for me. We're out of here. Now Sonic After the Sequel, as far as I know, that is actually it. With one exception. We'll see shortly. That's going to be the one thing I don't spoil this time for once. GG's. Yeah, one more thing. We gotta play the credits. So, game made by Lake Fefford. Horizon Heights, it was pretty much supposed to be a better version of the original first level of before the sequel. Did I succeed? I think so. But you get to explore a little bit here. There's like concept art in places as well, I believe. As well as like those little fun facts as you see there. Like it's a neat little thing. I'm never much of a fan of playable credits, but I kind of like this. So there you go, you got some credits there. Same here, like all the act music and like loads of people on various instruments and things as well. So we want to start off with a bang and acknowledge the game Sonic Heroes inspirations. Of course, we also include a nod to Hilltop Heights. There you go, since people were saying the sprites looked cool earlier, there's your sprite artists. Neat, neat. What about the next zone? There it is, Sugar Splash. It originally came from a simple concept: what if Sonic was high on sugar in a sugar factory? It was originally called Glucose Glacier. It was also called Cocaine Coast at one point. In a very early build, I do believe. We wanted to capture a desert feel, Middle Eastern, eventually making its way to more of an Indian influence. Feel that bass underground. Science City was originally based on Sonic Heroes and Sonic Riders city stages, with some elements seen around where I live, which, those not familiar, Brazil. So you always get like a little unique touch in that sense, I guess. At least for those of us not familiar with that sort of thing. I see this. Now that the adventure's in full swing, here's a fun zone musically. We pay homage to a bunch of different light-hearted styles of music. This doesn't prevent the boss from being super epic though. Foliage Furnace originally came from the idea, what if I made a Hilltop Heights zone like this? Also, the whole level was inspired by Rail Canyon from Sonic Heroes, and I just realised it after I finished it. Weird. Hey, good old sprite as a resource. Can I do a corner bounce on this, please? It would be so funny. Come on, you know you want to let me. I mean, I'm kind of doing it, but like, I want to run up this. What we got here? Mr. Lange originally had many South Island influences. Andy Involved did a bunch of stylistic overhauls to bring the theme throughout the different subtropes into the zone. Technology Tree, the highway level, so it looks like Sunset Star, right, which is a zone from the previous game. This was the second zone to be made during the game's development, but it was always intended to be around the 4th zone. What's Andy singing? Wait, what? Andy singing Ruffle Ruffle. That is Ruffle Ruffle. Okay, so I check. Oh, wow. That doesn't even reach. Good lord. Halfway through the game, it's now time to kick in the slow gear. The goal was to see how low we could take a Sonic music BPM and have it meld with the trope. The result is an almost zen-like experience. This is now folks' favourite zone in any Sonic game. Hello there, Funimation. Moon Mansion Zone, inspired by the haunted levels in Sonic Heroes. Well, actually, a lot of the levels in this game were inspired by Sonic Heroes levels. Yep, some would say to the detriment of this game, but I don't know, it's good to have inspirations, I guess. Powered by Sonic Worlds. Boo, okay. But Sonic Worlds has a lot of bugs that make their way into this game. What we got? That's why Heroes is the GOAT? 100%. I mean, I don't agree with you that much, but like, if it influences this game, I'll call it a GOAT for the time being. This was the first zone to be completed from start to finish musically. It's not that often we get to cross Sonic music over a creepy atmosphere. It was so much fun to put together and listen to. Sorry if your title card is pink, Andy. Red Hot Ride. It really looks like Rocky Ride from before the sequel, right? But actually a lot of ideas from this level came from Donkey Kong Country 2. There is also a level in that game with the same name. Also, the lava section was not inspired by Super Metroid. Newcomer DJ Maxi struts his stuff. The end of the middle section of the game, we chose to score this in a very chilled way. It's a completely opposite perspective of the lava trope, a slow roast. Of course, the music is an all-out tribute to Folk's terrible track... Oh, the boss is an all-out tribute to Folk's terrible track names in the before the sequel OST. Would be a good game if it wasn't bad, 100%. It was planned since the beginning, but the whole overall concept of the level came from the song Combat Night Zone by Max Knapp. Combat Night. Good song. Like Technology Tree, the music in the zone tells the narrative, while the two acts are classic remixes of DJ Maxi's music. Act 1 and 2 of this zone, by the way, existed long before after the sequel. They were made for, like, the Sonic... What? Maxi did this concept album, or like this concept ROM hack, or it was a concept of a ROM hack, I don't quite know what it was. I think it was just an album. It was called like Sonic 2 Player, and those songs were made for that. But they made their way in here instead. So, while the two are classic remixes of DJ Maxi's music, Act 3 portrays the fruits of the climb up to the peak. Take a musical breather, it's the last zone before the final zones. It was inspired by Final Fortress from Sonic Heroes. There isn't much to say about this level. It's the final zone, Eggman's final fortress. Destroy it! Musically, we want to say goodbye to the players, so this zone goes for a different genre and theme in each act. Well, there you go. Feel the tension build before the final showdown. Twos, there they are. What's the ones and threes? Oh yeah, and then you got the credits here for the special levels, which we haven't played. Special thanks, Sonic Team Nintendo, and the question mark zone. Ooh, what's the question mark zone? Level select. I wish there was a bit more about the Dream Dance stuff. That would have been nice to read about. But anyway, there you go. I'm going to send you back to the menu, and I'm going to sign off, effectively, because that's all I got for you tonight. Sonic After the Sequel, done and dusted. So, yeah, I want to give a huge thank you to everyone who's watched. I do actually swear I'll be back before 2 months this time. I would like to. It's been a lot of fun tonight. I'd like to get a bit more back into the swing of it. So, we can hang out a bit more like this. No idea what it is I'll do, but we'll figure it out as we go along, I guess. For now, though, yeah, thanks for watching. It's been a great evening. I'm going to get the VOD uploaded straight away, and yeah, have a great night. Thanks for watching all, and catch you all later.